I'm here, in a bit of a different surroundings due to renovations at the studio, but we'll be back. But today I would like to talk about a few things to talk about. Everyone's talking about the Grammy Awards, about how evil, how demonic, how satanic, how blatant, how bait it is, and whatsoever, and about Uncle Sam Smith of this world and whatsoever. And it really glares up to me a again another using of our sound as our ability, and this is more like a hail up to UK gospel and its participants in UK gospel. Now this is just want to put out there, so yeah, you do what God's called you to do. You do what you have to do. You have to do what you feel. You gotta even do what you gotta put food on your table. It's up to you. It's down to you and your belief system. I'm just putting out there my personal belief system and whatsoever. Now end of the day, still, yeah, I find that we have been for so long the gifted people of the world, us as gospel musicians in the UK and whatsoever. And this guy called Sam Smith came out on the scene, and he had a gospely sound, an angelic sound, and the enablers for this is us, and I said us, our community, because still, yeah, saw our sound, we supported that sound, and he done amazing stuff. There's amazing music that he's done. I don't know if people are still betting. I don't know if our people wrote it. I don't know the details. I haven't really looked into that detail anyway still, but I think that he's been there. And guys, you know what, we're so into people, and things don't really work out and people go crazy. But let's be real, guys. Before we even build anything in the UK for UK gospel, we have continually, for the past 30 years, built up artist after artist, and they spit upon the thing that is close to our hearts. So he used a pimped sound, yeah, a bit like a Pink situation for me. Pimped sound. I always said he sounded like a gospel artist. I said to people, Sam Smith is a classic example of, for me, why UK gospel can work, why our sound can work, because he's just doing it in front of everyone's face and everyone's accepting it. Yes, you could say, oh, because it's white guy delivering it, well, people are loving it even more. I don't know, but that's our sound anyway still, yeah. And then I'm waking up to video after video, but even P.S. Morgan is a bit peed off with Sam Smith, yeah. I don't know, Sam Smith's been going this whole journey of his own personal sexuality, which is cool. Do you, bruv? You know what I'm saying? He's not professing Christian and whatsoever, so he does what he perceives himself to do. You do you, brother. But the thing is, he goes on stage now, and everybody in Christendom at the moment is going, oh, Unholy. The track Unholy, let's be real, man. The beat is a shockingly good beat, yeah. And you hear that beat come through, you go, what is that gonna be? You see Unholy, you go, oh my goodness sake. Again, that's the sort of beat that a rapper will drop on and whatsoever. Somebody from our community, the black community, could drop on. But you go and do, music that's influenced by music of black origin. That is mobile music right there in the background of Unholy. But then you talking about some, and then I looked at the lyrics of Unholy, and I'm going, oh, but that is definitely unholy. Daddy cheating on mommy, and going out there, and you as a child kind of know what's going on. And there's some other stuff I'm not even going to try and work out what it means anyway. But people kind of said it, but I just avoided knowing that meaning because it put my mind in the wrong place. But he's dressing up in red, dressing up devil. We had Nas X a year or so ago, who have come out, and I blatantly cussed off 2 years ago about his performances and about how demonic and how bad it is, and I'll cuss off now about Sam Smith to and I would shout out to us as a people who accepted his sound, who gave him our sound, because we support that. So we supported it, practically, skill wise and whatsoever. And now he's bringing out sounds that goes totally against our belief system, and I'm going, what an absolute kick in the face. Yeah, he's going up there, and people say, oh, it's evil. End of the day, so yeah, if person's not, somebody wants to worship this Satan, he wants to watch your set. If he wants to create a storm, he knows he can create a storm that way, and it's on everybody's. I'm doing a YouTube about video about it. Everybody's doing YouTube about it. It's getting plays, it's getting hits. The track's gonna get even more plays over the next couple of weeks, just because the amount of videos we're gonna do about it, and people are gonna check it out to see what's going on. I had to listen to it and check out what's going on. But listen, on the real, yo guys, when we go out there, when I say out there, I say when we're not doing UK gospel, when we're not doing gospel music, yeah, we have to let's be due diligent about what we're doing, because who we backing. We always say, yeah, God told me to go on my back with this person. Yo, don't get me wrong, God's done some weird things, in the Old Testament, yeah. But not everybody can justify that for me anyway. If you want to do that, it's up to you, man. But listen, guys, yeah, let's be real, man. Yo, I'll be turning in my bed if I saw that person I was there drinking, communing with him, and going around the place with. But listen, I know some of the people that's involved with this stuff, so I'm not out trying to out these guys, man. They're good people, they're great singers, they're great talented musicians and whatsoever. Yeah, do what you got to do. But listen, guys, we need to develop and set up things in UK gospel, so we don't have to do. We can now start to dictate to them who utilizes our sound. Because he blatantly showed, and I continue to say to UK gospel, our sound is demand. He was an example of that 3-4 years ago with the music he was bringing out, and we also just got wild, just wilding out, which is fair play. People go and just do wild out and whatsoever, but he's a clear example of what our sound could be, and how it can impact people. It's not offensive sound; it's what we look like that's offense to them, and no one wants to say it. That's just me just saying it. Obviously, we're offensive being on the stage ourselves, and bringing across the message that they want to bring out anyway. But that's just me and Sam Smith and how I feel about it, about Grammy Awards. Listen, guys, it's an unholy place. It's an unholy affair. Listen, guys, whatever you associate yourself outside of gospel music, you are in the grey area of being from anti-God music to being part of world music, secular music, or whichever, which you could argue say is the grey zone, but it's a very thin ice, and you got to know what you're doing out there. So that's just me, and this is how I feel about it anyway. Still, and whoever's out there can say what needs to be said. There's also the hip hop guys on the line. Jay-Z, everyone wants to go into the Illuminati talk, all the rappers out there doing their things and the performances, celebrating hip-hop and the impact it's had over 50 years and all these different things out there, and everything's looking evil, and I had some last supper looking thing, but I don't want to get involved with that too much. End of the day, so yeah, they do we just gotta know why we're losing so many of our young people to this sound and this music, and why can't we step up and invest into our sound and into our music to be a counteraction to the music out there still, guys. And that's just where I'm at anyway still, when it comes to these guys anyway. So yeah, but here's a bit of Phil J with something simple, just calm my nerves down before going to the next stuff anyway. Blessings.
Hi, and thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment, and make sure that you're sharing the videos and watching so much more. We have loads of content for you. I hope you enjoy. See you soon.